Pat, what up?
What's going on, everybody? We are back, your favorite podcast, the number one podcast filmed live here at the Chad's Media Studios for the 25th time. If you've been here for every single episode, thank you so much. We love you. If this is your very first time, I'm Tyler Lennon. That is Ryan Humphreys. I don't know if producer man Corey is.
I'm on
okay,
the screen,
cool.
I'm on your right.
And then we've got producer man Corey Hankins, and we are down and out. What's going on, gang?
We're living, loving. Man, it's a good week to be alive. It's like a real good week to be alive.
It's like a sign on a white girl's bathroom. Just live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh,
That's
love.
on every female living room ever. But
you can get those at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, good football weekend. Dallas sports still rocking.
Yeah,
the Rangers
strong.
are still the World Series champs.
It's still.
At what point does it feel real though? That's kind of.
Oh, it's real.
I had a moment.
I mean,
moment
it's
the
real,
other day.
but like, it's like. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I had a moment the other day during the Cowboy game. They showed Bombi and Leclerc.
Yep.
And it said, like, you're world champions. And I was like, oh.
I was driving home from work today. I was coming back from Oklahoma, but I was driving home, and there was a billboard, and it said, congratulations, 2023 Texas Rangers World Series champs.
Wow.
I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
We did it, boys.
It's pretty cool.
The Mavs are putting it on the Wizards right now.
Yeah, I was
Dang.
looking at that earlier.
Stars are still really good.
Yeah.
I feel like I get a notification every 2 days that the Stars have beaten somebody.
Yeah.
So like,
I think we should go to a group.
I really think we should do
Let's
that.
take Corey
Never been
to his
To his first Stars game. We should
Never
do
been to
that.
a hockey game.
Bro, be like our little brother or something. Like,
Come on, buddy.
Corey.
If you do
wanna
good,
get
I'll
some
get you a
popcorn?
sticker.
We'll even buy you a pretzel or something.
There we go.
Heck yeah.
Oh, dude.
A foam finger?
Go
You like
easy-
foam
Go
fingers?
easy on the salt, Corey.
Yeah.
You don't want to spoil dinner.
Here's the deal. Can we get me in there with a pretzel? It's going to get dangerous.
Okay, give me your. We hadn't
Oh,
talked
I
about-
like this.
We haven't talked about food in a while.
Hey, I talk
What
about
is
food every day.
what is your concession stand like go to?
Nachos.
It's nachos, yeah.
Nachos with jalapenos.
both you
Or
nachos,
I
guys?
like a good pizza, like a little concession stand pizza.
So I'll go to like American Airlines
Yeah.
or Cowboys or whatever, and I love the personal like Papa John's pizza
Oh,
or a
nice.
Pizza
Love
Hut pizza.
those.
Like we went to a Stars game, that's what I'm getting.
Hurtados.
$16 for a pizza
I see you.
and a fountain drink, and
The,
I'm paying it every time.
I will say the AAC has a really good like Philly cheesesteak. If you're next time you're at the AAC, get that.
Okay.
It's very good.
The Heim Hammer. It's kind of what I'm into.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude.
yeah. What is that like a
Here, I'll look it
like a
up real
beef
quick.
chuck or something?
It's a beef shin, and they,
beef shin.
beef shin.
I
Pretty
hate that.
sure.
Yeah, I also don't know
I
how
mean,
much I
it's-
love that. That doesn't sound great.
This bad guy
Yeah,
right
that-
here.
That's
you
a beef shin.
know? And they, just think about.
Are you showing the world your incredible calves
Just
over
think
there?
about like.
He does have incredible.
Just think about that guy right there.
Stop
Just
it. Stop.
Calves are like 85% genetic, and so that all that is
Hankins
that's
blood?
Hankins
That's
blood.
Hankins blood right there.
That's Hankins blood.
But no, they smoke it and then like you just kind of peel off of it, like into your taco.
I don't know if he's a great salesman for this. That sounded awful.
yeah,
delicious. It
I'll
looks
probably
delicious.
I'll probably just cop out with some popcorn right there. Diet Coke action.
Some burrito tacos.
I have a
Yeah.
hard time believing Cracker Jacks were ever like that popular. Like people were rocking with Cracker Jacks so heavy. They're in the song. The Take Me Out to the Ball Game
yeah,
song.
that is true.
Buy me some
Like I'm not
peanuts
leaving
and
here
crack.
without Cracker Jacks.
I think
that's
I
wild.
think peanuts are overrated.
Peanuts are overrated. I almost said something that's wild though. So I'm not, I just like to get the salt off of them. I'll leave it at that.
Okay,
Interesting.
like a sunflower seed almost.
Yeah.
But
It's an
you're a
interesting
big
take.
sunflower seed guy.
Love sunflower seeds.
Yeah, yeah. I
Favorite,
like
favorite
the ice
flavor
cream.
of sunflower seed.
I like pickle.
Yeah, I've been heavy on the dill pickle.
Pickle.
lately.
Okay, I
Pickle
like
ranch.
the ice cream out of the baseball
helmet?
cap.
Ooh.
Yeah, the baseball helmet. Yep.
That's one of my earliest memories of Rangers baseball is the.
You get a little blue. Yeah,
Yeah, I used to have those in my room.
Right.
Like 3 or 4 of
yeah.
them.
And it's like, oh man, I really want to take this home. And
I get it,
and then you get home and you're like, what am I
Got
doing
it,
with
you
this?
know.
What do I do with this
To
now?
Put this on my stuffed animals or something?
I had like my sports.
Gotta wash it
my,
out.
Line them up.
my parents are big NASCAR people, so I had like.
Wait, why'd you say that?
Your parents are NASCAR people.
They're big NASCAR
parents are
people.
NASCAR.
That
Every
explains the Hankins blood.
every Sunday morning, I wouldn't wake
He's
up.
making a left turn.
I've been to more NASCAR races than football games.
You're lying.
I swear, my parents used to take us all the time.
I feel like your
Fat rules.
I feel like your credibility on this show, like it took like a 10% hit.
Well, we're
Why
down
haven't
to
you been the NASCAR insider?
we're down to 10%.
Hey boys, hey, the Daytona 500 is this weekend, and I really want to talk some.
Wait,
I want to talk. Let's look. Talk a little insight.
Indy 500's coming up now. Jeff Gordon, they say, has stolen it in years.
In the Indy 500?
Yeah, I used to have a Bobby Labonte like 10 of his car like making a turn in
Heck
my.
yeah.
So who was the Lowe's guy? Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson.
Okay, that was my like. That was the only person I would ever race with on the video game, like the old video game, because when I go to Lowe's, I don't know, you saw the cutout of him, and I was like, well, this is the only NASCAR driver. Like, this is the only one with a real name.
We used to, my dad bought the game, and I would piss him off because I'd just turn
Go
around
backwards?
and
Yeah.
and he'd be like, I can't take this anymore.
I feel like that was every 9-year-old's
Yes, dude.
NASCAR experience.
And you're just wrecking everything,
It never occurred to me, but those games are still popular online,
Oh,
and
I've
they'll be in a chat together, and dude, they will get so mad at each other.
yes.
A lot of those driving stuff now they're
They're
like a
full on
setup.
Yeah, yeah,
like a full
that's true.
build.
Yeah, like with actual steering wheel and
I've got a guy I know, like in Silver Springs, he's in a racing league. He's like in a Xbox One racing league.
That's pretty cool.
They race every Wednesday or Thursday night.
Corey's got a
That's
guy.
cool,
He's
man.
got a racing guy.
I know, dude. I got a racing
That's
guy. We
almost
bring
as
him in
cool
on
as being in like a bowling league.
I've got a brother-in-law who's in a bowling league.
I cannot express to y'all how bad I'd beat you two in bowling.
Oh, you would wreck my stuff.
Hey,
What's your average score?
I don't know an average, but 237 was the highest
then
I've
you're
ever rolled.
Jeez,
Yeah.
Louise.
I'm very
Sam
you
much.
can
Houston-
score that much in bowling?
Sam Houston intramural champ.
Than you would.
Yeah.
I'm very much like a 170, 180, and I
Oh,
feel
no,
good
that's
about
really
that.
good.
But
No,
I can't touch
I'm not
that.
throwing no
No,
230s.
that's good. Well, I'm not gonna just nonchalant. That was like peak. Like, oh my god, I bowl every day. Like people start to know my name. Like, oh, there's Ryan. Bowling today.
You were that deep into bowling?
So they opened up a new bowling alley on campus. And in between classes, it was like $1. For like a while, it was like $1 a game. I go roll my 3 games.
$1 a game.
Go to class.
$3.
Yeah.
That's a
You're
I was-
loose. You're
I was-
limber. You've been.
I was bowling 3 or 4 games a day for like a couple days a week.
That's
Dang,
fine.
For a
dude.
while. So yeah, I got pretty good. But I'm out of the game now, man. I'm
You retired.
I'm deep in the golf world.
What is
now.
it? You on who? What's the thing, dude? I'm trying to remember the bowling guy. Let me find it.
You're almost there.
Oh no,
I know
you've
what
almost
it is,
got
but
it.
you almost
I
got
want
it.
to find it. and
Whoever
play
you
it.
think you are,
I
I
am.
am.
Yeah.
My dad will say that, like he'll make like a long putt in golf, and I'm like, oh my god, shut up.
He's gonna say it,
please
yeah.
shut up.
I love that.
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it. And he got it!
His wife's like so embarrassed. He's about to show her. She's like, oh my god. So we won't talk about it. But
Oh my gosh.
Peter Weber, look him up sometime. Okay, he's got some.
See a wild dude.
There's some wild stories.
Really?
There's some pretty notable benders in his bowling career. Like, yeah, seriously, look it up. He retired a couple years back. He actually
60
retired.
years old.
He went out on Love Me or Hate Me. You guys watched. And
Fair enough.
That's
then
a
he
legend.
rolls a strike, and that's it.
That's pretty
Rides
good.
off into the sunset. Yeah.
That's pretty gangster.
All right, let's talk football.
Okay.
Enough of that. Enough of that.
I
None of
like
that
whatever that was. I love
tomfoolery.
it.
No, it was
That's
fun.
my
It was good.
favorite.
It was
Who
good.
do you think you are?
Also, before we
I
do,
am.
did you have the over or the under on 0.5 Bobby Labonte references tonight?
Oh, dude, number 18, Bobby Labonte.
And the green.
And the green DuPont.
Yeah.
Or
I'll
was
be
it
honest. I
it was
did
Interstate
not,
Battery.
Interstate Battery?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I did not have that on the bingo
Yeah.
card.
So another little tidbit: I got into pre-K at Saltillo because I could name every single race car driver in NASCAR.
That's how they let you into
I
Saltillo.
could name them every single race car driver.
That
Their
seems like it
sponsors.
fits the criteria.
Right,
What
now
number- like, I knew
what
it
number
all.
is Martin Truex Jr.? We need to know.
27. No, I'm playing. I don't know.
I think he was like 28 or something. Yeah.
It's still rattling around in there.
All right, let's talk
Sorry,
some football
guys.
game. Not everyone at once.
Yeah.
Okay.
When they're turning left.
I was listening for some direction.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you want to talk NFL or college football?
No, we'll go college football.
There's some big happenings.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
just
Let's go. Should we just address it?
man, I don't know. Yeah,
It's
sure.
pretty
we should.
pretty embarrassing. But I think coming into this season, the entire college football world had just like agreed and accepted. Does Jimbo Fisher need to be fired? Should Jimbo Fisher be fired? Well, sure, absolutely, but he's not going to be. No one's going to pay $75 million to tell a man to get the hell out of here, and they did.
We're about to watch Corey get fired.
What is it? I don't even know what it is.
It's an A&M fight song.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, guys. I tried to do something cool and it didn't work.
Well, so 75. Well, okay. Let's go back a little. Let's back up a little bit.
Just breaking news real quick. NBA is suspending Golden State's Draymond Green for 5 games. Breaking news.
I don't really care. I'll be honest.
Just letting you know.
I didn't even know the NBA was on. But
WWE last night.
Right. But the funniest part of this whole deal, because of how asinine it sounds, that they would pay $75 million to just let somebody go. Okay, that's not even the funniest part. The funniest part is that at halftime of the A&M game last weekend, they presented a check. The 12th Man Foundation, I believe that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Presented a check for $112 million that they had raised. Okay. They didn't waste any time. They didn't waste any time using that hard-earned money.
They gave them enough money to get Jimbo out of there
and
to hire a new coach.
They raised money just to fire him.
112. We did it, boys. Get him out of here.
So the payout is within 60 days they have to pay $19.4 million.
Ouch.
Within 120 days they have to pay another $7.27 million.
Ouch.
And then they have to pay that much, $7.27 million, 2025, 2026, 2027,
it's like Bobby Bonilla Day.
29, 2030, 2031. They will finally be getting out.
That's not even a real year.
Of that. Now, 2031, if I do the math right, my son was born in 2020. He will be in junior high. My son will be in junior high when A&M stops paying Jimbo Fisher.
That is wild.
When you put it in that perspective, that's insane.
Here's the good news and maybe the bad news.
He is just now starting to not poop his pants.
The good news and the bad news is that it didn't change their chances on having a national championship before 2031. So your son's going to be 11, and they're going to have no national championship.
Still.
So here's the deal. It's just I don't know. I saw a lot of people celebrating that this happened. That A&M diehard A&M fans celebrating that this happened. Is it not embarrassing?
It's a little bit embarrassing.
Is it not just this like never-ending joke of what can we do to kind of look stupid this year? I mean, 2 years ago, you had the greatest recruiting class of all time. Or was that last year?
I think either way.
Doesn't matter.
Either way.
It obviously is irrelevant. They had the greatest recruiting class in the history of college football. In the history of recruiting high school seniors, they had the best one ever. Didn't matter. And now we're here. You get that big hire, Jimbo Fisher, former national championship winning coach. La-di-da-di-da, and now we're celebrating paying him $74 million to do nothing.
Yeah.
To sit on his couch with that order.
He's going to be the second highest paid coach on their staff till 2031, and he's not going to coach a down.
You know what? Is also embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
Is that in the year 2024, the new EA Sports college football game is going to come out, and instead of picking like Colorado or some other no-name school to build up out of nothing,
build A&M?
You're going to pick A&M as your head coach, and by God, we're going to get him. We're going to win a national.
Everyone else is picking like McNeese
Air
State.
Force,
Yeah.
some other,
So
this A&M might be a challenge.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to be able to turn this thing around.
Ain't got a lot of cap space right now.
They don't. They've used
Mari
it
and
all
I,
up.
yeah, we're out.
They're paying Bobby Bonilla. So y'all think Jimbo was like sad or upset?
No,
I imagine he was like,
Thank you, God.
Dang, that stinks. Oh,
All right.
He's all right.
A tiny part of me at first felt bad. I was like, y'all are really making him come out and accept this check. And then the other part of me is like, I bet he's like, hell yeah, bring that check over here. Get it over here. I want to make sure we've got this money.
I can tell you right now, I love the fire out of my job. But if Chad Copel walked in those doors right now and was like, I will pay you
$1 million.
Yeah, literally. $200K.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
I
mean, not even $1 million.
I'm out.
To not work here.
I'm
like,
out.
Man, I love you, bro, but
Yeah. You're
driving a hard bargain.
Yeah.
You know?
No more down and out for Corey.
Oh, I'd still be here for down and out. You know.
All right, so let's shift gears a little bit here, and I'm not gonna poke fun at A&M. I'm gonna look for a solution. Okay. So I want to go around Corey, Tyler, me. What's the best hire to get them? This isn't who's gonna go win a national championship, because no one is. It's not. They've shown that that's not gonna happen. Let's get them off on the right foot starting next year. Who do we hire if we're A&M?
So I've got a guy.
I have a very screaming pick. So I'm interested to see what you guys think.
My very first thought, I thought this guy was a little bit younger than this. He's a little older than I thought he was, but this is a man from Texas. He's a man from East Texas.
Oh,
it's a Texas high school football legend,
that's
essentially.
Mine, man.
That went to UTSA, was the first coach to ever have success at UTSA. They're now a ranked program year in and year out. Jeff Traylor, come on down.
It's the obvious answer.
Funny thing that you say that. Luke just sent us a message, several messages. Can you confirm that Ryan hates A&M more than OU? Need to know as a Longhorn fan. He said Jeff Traylor. That's the answer.
Yeah. Let me think about that actually on the A&M OU side.
I'm also curious.
My two spicy hires for A&M. This is like Lincoln Riley to USC.
Okay.
Dabo to A&M.
Okay.
Or Nick Saban.
Actually, so my mom actually said something like she asked me if I thought Nick Saban would go to
I think
A&M.
if they had a close to losing season this year, like if Milroe hadn't come around and figured it out and they'd been struggling all year, I could see that. Probably not anymore.
All right, so I had a lot of windshield time today driving back from Oklahoma, so I got a good chance to think about all these answers. And I'm going to save the Jeff Traylor thoughts for last because I think that's who should be the next head coach of the Texas A&M Aggies. On the Dabo Swinney front, I just don't.
You can't see him leaving Clemson?
I don't. It's not even that. Dan Lanning at Oregon, Dabo at Clemson, Saban at Bama doesn't make a lot of sense because why would I go down in my own conference?
Yeah, that's
true. I mean, he's gonna die. He's gonna die a Crimson Tide warlord. I don't know. I don't see that happening. But for Dabo and Dan Lanning, guys like that, it's not like A&M is close. It's not. I mean, you're going sideways or lower.
It's a lateral move at best.
Yeah, you're at Oregon. He's got a chance to build something. I mean, they're looking at him right now, and they've got all that Nike money, and it's just a good spot. I'm sure A&M can offer a ridiculous contract, but your success, you're not
million.
You're lower on the totem pole than Oregon is. Clemson with Dabo, man, don't ruin what bringing a national championship to a program means.
I saw an interesting question the other day on Twitter, and I'd like to get your thoughts on it. Where inside the SEC do you think A&M even ranks as in terms of how good of a job that is? A lot of people are saying 7th. It might be the 7th best job in the SEC, and it honestly might be. I mean, it's not Bama, it's not Georgia, it's not LSU, it's not. I mean, is it Ole Miss? I don't.
I don't know.
It's
Auburn,
probably better than Mississippi State, but now Texas and OU, I guess, are going to count. It's not better than them.
No.
Auburn.
It's about Auburn, maybe. It's better than Mississippi State.
It's better than Mississippi State. It's better than the
It's
Vandy's
better than Missouri.
I don't even know if it's better. Well, it's probably better than Kentucky.
Tennessee?
It's not better than Tennessee. It might not even be better than Florida.
Arkansas, Florida.
It's
Yeah.
not better than Florida.
It's not better than Florida.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about 7th.
But I don't think it's as glamorous as people are making it. And so if I'm the Dan Lannings or Dabo, I'm not. That's a step down to me because of who I am at those programs already.
Yeah, and
I'm already this big. I'm this big figure.
Yeah, and the thing is with Dabo, he's having a quote unquote down year, and there's no talk of him leaving at all. At A&M, it's buddy, you got to give us some results.
I don't know. Dabo's over there answering phone calls from Jim Bob and screaming at him. I don't know. It's weird over there.
He's a god. He's
So another
insane.
one I've seen is Dion to A&M. That seems like a really big pond to jump into.
Almost seems like he's selling out.
I would like to see it.
I'd love to see it from just a entertainment standpoint. I just don't think it's going to happen.
They would never do that.
Could you imagine?
I don't think. But okay, so I want to talk about why I think Jeff Traylor is the obvious answer here. We've shown that going out and getting the big name, the spicy, former national championship coach. We're going to pay him $100 million. We've seen that formula doesn't work. And so, I know Jeff Traylor's a big name to us. I wouldn't say that it's not Dabo Swinney level. It's not. Yeah. It's not a big name nationally.
Let me rephrase that. He's
yet.
a big name to y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know who Jeff Traylor is before you.
That's my point. I think to get back to your roots, to get back to, I don't know. He's going to dominate a Texas recruiting.
100%.
He's going to dominate Texas recruiting.
I mean, you can recruit UTSA. You can recruit A&M.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. His relationships with the Texas High School Football Coaches Association is second to none.
And it's still happening. We're seeing some of the really good Gilmer players who could probably go somewhere bigger are going to UTSA.
Yeah. And so, UTSA, who, let's not forget, was a know-nothing, bottom-of-the-barrel FBS program. And now all of a sudden, there's been a time where they were in talks of being the Group of 5 representative in a New Year's Six Bowl, and so what he's done in San Antonio at UTSA is nothing short of amazing. And so I think from a recruiting sense, I think from a hard nose, like I want to make this work sense, he's the perfect guy. I'm not doubting Jimbo's. I'm not doubting his fire to make it happen at A&M, but he's already got a ring.
It's different when you don't have a ring. Yeah,
I've already done it. So hey, if this doesn't work out, I'm going to go off into the sunset with my $113 million that I got paid by A&M, and I still have a ring.
Well, and the thing is,
I'm still a great college football coach.
I mean, they did it wrong from the get-go, and you've seen this 1,000 times where they gave him the empty plaque for the national championship.
Ooh. Yeah, that was
you
lame.
saw this with LeBron when he was like, not one, not two. Anytime you start promising stuff.
At least he won one.
Yeah, that's true. Anytime you start promising stuff before your very first day on the job, you've already messed up. You know what I mean? Like that's the recipe for disaster, and that's what we saw. And I think this Traylor guy, what you're saying about him, to me it seems like he's going to instill kind of what A&M is all about. Like UT is kind of the they're in Austin, they're the cool kids. Like A&M is kind of like the rough, rugged.
I mean, they're the ag school.
And they're the ag school. Like we're the hard-nosed, blue-collar school.
They're not that right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Right now, and I promise this is not me poking fun at A&M. I'm trying to fix the problem. Right now, they hold themselves to this, we're with Bama, we're with LSU. No, you're not. You're not. And I'm not saying Texas doesn't do that.
Vanderbilt. You know what I mean? Like,
but you're
closer.
You're not that. And so they've got to figure out. And that's why I think they need to bring in a guy that doesn't have that success. He's won multiple state championships, Texas high school football. He's built up this Group of 5 program, and that's it.
Yeah.
Go make a name at Texas A&M for yourself, and let's see if we can get this thing started.
I do think there is something to be said that they've been in the SEC for a hot minute now, and they haven't ever taken that jump. I think there is something to be said that would be accomplishing something. If you're the head coach that could go there and get them to that level, that would be a big accomplishment.
Well, if you go win an SEC title, I'm not even talking.
Not even national championship.
That's hard to do. That we joke about that. It's not easy.
There's literally a handful of guys on earth that have won a national championship right now.
Absolutely. So even. Heck, I'll go as far to say winning their division
get to the SEC
championship.
Game,
Get there. So if Jeff Traylor could come in and in 4 years they get to the SEC championship game, that's a tremendous success.
Yeah,
tremendous.
Well, and he seems like one of those guys. It's very easy to root for. You know what I mean? Like
Corey's just learning about him.
The way y'all are talking about him right now, I'm like, I want that guy to coach my team.
I'll say this: I hope he doesn't go to A&M because I think it'll go well.
Yeah,
because I think that's perfect. I think that's exactly what they need. So I hope he doesn't.
Yeah, that's true.
But if I was making decisions, I was pulling the strings. I'm calling Jeff Traylor.
I don't know who this is that just texted us. They have a 603 number, but they said Traylor do very well wherever he goes. My hope is A&M. Think they are better than him, so other schools, my favorite school, can get him. So,
tell us who your favorite school is.
I don't know. They didn't say.
Yeah, I was saying, tell us. We've got odds, if y'all want to hear some odds.
Oh, yeah.
Number one, and I think the one that probably is the most likely, the one that probably makes the most sense, and I would definitely support this hire, is Mike Elko, who was their defensive coordinator, got the Duke job. He's been the Duke head coach, has had a lot of success over there, like relatively speaking. I think they very much didn't want to lose him in the first place, and they had a very good defense under him. So he is the number one odds at plus 200. Then it's Jeff Traylor at plus 300. Then Dan Lanning, like you said, plus 500. The Washington head coach, Kalen DeBoer, how do you say his name? I don't know. Plus 800. And then you've got like Lane Kiffin, Mike Norvell, which would be a fun one. But then you're doing the exact same thing Jimbo did, where you're going from Florida State to A&M. And right now, Florida State's a better job than A&M.
I would just much rather have a guy. Don't do the sideways Power 5 move. Don't go get a guy that's hungry.
Unproven.
He's hungry. Yeah. He wants to make a name for himself. He's a Texas guy. He can. I cannot stress enough how perfect I think Jeff Traylor is for this job.
I agree.
Cannot stress it enough.
So what you're saying is A&M's not going to hire him because he's perfect
Probably.
for the job.
Well, and it's a lot cheaper too. They ain't got to pay him Jimbo money.
Yeah.
You know?
And
it's not $100 million deal.
You're already paying Jimbo money.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Here's my thing.
Unfortunately.
If I was them, I would have – I mean, I don't know if contractually if you can do this. I would have given the new guy all of the head coach responsibility, but kept Jimbo there to, like, fold towels. Or like, let me get something out of this, however many million I'm paying you.
Yeah.
Don't just go sit on the couch, buddy.
Corey, I've got bad news for you.
Uh-oh.
When it comes to the bucket of death, there's only 3 weeks left. We're getting to the nitty-gritty, man.
Yeah, let me pull up our
we are running out of time.
Boy, we are.
Do y'all want to go ahead and do bucket of death real quick, and then we can talk about the whole slate and everything?
I'll read off the
bucket of death is actually my favorite segment.
I bet it is.
I bet it is. Yeah.
So wait, you're saying there's only 3 left?
There's this week and then 2 more. Because we are
And then
going to
are we going to do New Year's 6?
We are going to for sure do the conference championship week because there's enough games.
So that's
there's enough
3.
teams. Yeah.
And then New Year's 6.
We could do sub 4.
So
Okay.
4. So Tyler.
If I win out and Ryan loses out,
it's over.
we tie.
No.
Y'all would tie at that point.
Yeah, so Tyler cannot catch me.
No.
Corey can tie me.
I can
So I have a
This
half,
is the week.
My magic number is a push. If I get one push, it's
you
over.
win.
If we push, we'll split 6 waffles.
Yes.
So for anyone
I'll
that
take
doesn't
8,
know,
you can take 4.
for anyone that doesn't know, this is a game we play every week. It is called the Bucket of Death. In this bucket, I don't know if they can see or not. Who cares?
It's
in
on
this
you.
bucket,
I love it.
every ranked college football team and their spread for this week is in here. You get to pull one. You don't have to take it, but you can put it back. If you draw a second time, you are stuck with that team. And we've been keeping it up, as you can see, all season long. Whoever comes in last has to do the Waffle House Challenge. 24 hours in a Waffle House for every waffle you eat. It's 1 less hour. Whoever comes in second will have 12, and then the winner gets to make fun of the others. I believe it's my turn to go first this week.
Perfect.
And I don't care what it is. I'm taking the first one.
Dude, I took
I'm mixing it
Arizona
up.
last week.
Okay. Here's what you should do. If that's the case, draw it
And don't open it?
and don't open it.
Oh, I kind of like that.
Yeah. If that's what you're going with, then just draw it and
And
hand
don't open
over.
it.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, shade
nice.
I'm not even gonna look at it.
All right.
Nice. I've got the slate pulled up right now.
Remember, if Ryan pulls your team,
You're
It's
winning.
a
you got to load
guaranteed
up.
win,
I,
yeah.
had I had a backdoor. I had a miss.
Who did you have last week?
Oh, I had Utah.
Yeah.
Washington fumbles the snap on a field goal to cover. Utah still loses, but they do cover.
That's incredible.
Because listen,
Incredibly
good teams
stupid.
win, but
Great teams cover. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Gosh.
All right, I'll say that's my second one if I want it. Okay,
Ryan's first team.
here we go. Go ahead and put that back.
was
OU minus. I don't care.
24.5 against BYU.
That's
right now.
great.
At BYU. They probably cover that. He
I'll
just
be-
doesn't want OU.
I'll be taking the second one. You got to stand on your values, okay?
Stand on business.
Stand on business.
To answer your question, you asked somebody, I don't remember who you said. They asked if I hated A&M or OU more. It's probably OU, believe it
It
or
probably
not.
is OU, I feel like.
I feel like I secretly root for A&M mainly for Chad.
Ew.
I feel like just enough time's been passed, like enough time's been removed that like who cares, whereas you still play OU every single year.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
also
that's true.
my fiance did graduate from A&M, so
Oh,
they
yeah.
get like 1 point on the don't like scale. I have no
Oh,
time.
next
I have no-
year is going to be interesting.
Dude, I can't wait till y'all have a kid and
Yeah.
you name it Reveille. That's gonna be
Yeah.
fire.
would not be my kid.
It'll be
Anyways,
secret.
okay. This is a fun one. Number 9, Missouri, minus 11.5.
I'm trying to find them.
Let's see.
Versus Florida.
Yep. 8-2 Missouri against Florida.
What is
minus
Florida's
11
what's
and a
Florida's
half.
record this
5
year?
Florida
five.
is 5-5, and they're 3-4
4.
in conference play.
Oh, I like that. I like that pick.
Yeah.
I can live with that.
Mizzou minus 11.5.
Who's I can't see who's home. Who's home?
Mizzou's
home.
home.
Oh, well, they're covering that.
So number 9, Mizzou, minus
Covering that,
11.5.
This is disgusting. I hate every second of this.
I like Tyler's just.
I don't care what it is. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Teb said, "Oh, I hate that" for Ryan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm actually okay with it. I thought they handled Tennessee pretty well.
I can't wait to see. Yeah, sneak a peek.
Just look.
Let's just sneak a
Tyler. It says +10, Louisville +0.5. I don't even know what that means.
So Louisville.
No, do yours.
Okay.
Do yours.
Ugh.
Did you already open mine?
No.
Well, no way. Number 25, Kansas,
Okay.
Ugh.
+7.5.
Minus 7.5. Oh, no, you're right. Sorry.
+7.5.
Yes, plus 7.5.
Kansas State.
Against Kansas State. They
Yeah.
are.
They are at home. And I'll be honest, K-State does not look.
No, they're not great.
I mean, they played Texas
Kansas
really well,
just
but
lost too.
yeah, that's true.
It's not a
who
fun
did Kansas
game.
play?
They played nobody last week, I don't think. One of y'all had Kansas. That's who lost.
I had Arizona.
I had Kansas.
Yeah,
they
and they
lost
lost.
outright to Tech at home.
See ya.
They suck.
They're gonna cover now.
Probably.
You can bank on that.
I do
This
like
is
the
disgusting.
you get the hook on it, so it'd have been plus 7.5.
Everyone just take a mortgage out on your house and
On-
bet it on Missouri because they're going to win.
They're gonna win, yeah.
Oh,
What do you got?
I lose. This team loses for me every single time.
Oh, is it Notre Dame?
No, it is number 17, Arizona, -1 at home against Utah.
Oh, I actually hate that. I think
I
Utah.
don't love it.
I think Utah comes out and wins. But what do I know?
Yeah, I'd probably rather have Utah on that one, but
Yeah, me too.
I guess
All right, go ahead, Tyler.
Let's
I
see
already
what
looked
I've
at
got.
it.
It's disgusting.
I actually like this a lot. I've
Two-
got number 10, Louisville. Where y'all at?
Playing Miami at 11 a.m. on ABC.
I don't understand why it's essentially a pick 'em. It's plus half a point.
Right.
Miami is 2-4 in conference play, 6-4 overall. It is at Miami, but Louisville's number 10 in the nation.
Yeah, I don't like the spread. I don't know what will happen in the game. The spread's terrible.
Anytime
though.
that happens, though, I feel like I'm the world's biggest idiot because
Yeah.
every time I see one of those, I'm like,
Remember Tennessee?
what's going on there?
Remember Tennessee?
And then they lose.
Well,
It's
and
well,
the thing about Miami is last week they benched their starting quarterback. They benched Van Dyke. Okay, the new guy breaks his arm. Okay,
Jeez.
they almost beat Florida State. Van Dyke comes back in. They almost beat Florida State. They fall short. So it's like it's obviously not just great in Miami right this second.
Yeah.
And so the essential pick'em. I mean,
oh, and Van Dyke was
Dude.
rough. 2 of 7
So you
with
got
a pick.
Louisville plus a half.
I'm confused. Why
What
would
if
you
they
do?
tie?
Why would you do a half? Because you can't
tie. And,
I don't know how that works either. I don't know.
Yeah, because you just keep trading off 2-point conversions until somebody
Yeah, you can't
keels
tie.
over.
You can't tie. So
Yeah,
I
Yeah, I don't
why
know what
you'd
that's
have
all about.
I mean, just make it a pick'em. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
I guess that's essentially what they're doing.
Well, it is, but if it's literally
With
it's
my-
literally
if it's a
0.5,
With
that's
my-
like
Make
seems
it a pick-
silly.
With my
Yeah.
luck, Louisville is going to lose by 1, but so that is
They go for 2 in overtime.
Yeah.
that's what's going to
Oh,
happen.
dude, that
Yeah.
would suck so bad.
Joshua Hood said maybe we should go double or nothing. 48 waffles. Ugh.
Oh, that's gross,
Ugh.
Joshua Hood.
The fact I'm going to have to do 24 is already a nightmare.
This man eats like a
you guys
bird.
can go double or nothing. I will be taking no part of the such.
I can't even. Like I want to throw up a little bit thinking about how bad that experience is going
Honestly,
to be.
I might enjoy it. I may just sit there.
I don't think there's any enjoying it.
Oh, buddy.
I don't think 12's that bad.
12's not bad. 12
Okay,
is
let
like
me
lunch.
ask you all this. Take me out of it. It's pretty much over. Okay,
It's over, yeah.
you two. If we just said it was tied right now,
We go 12 and 12.
and no,
I would take that.
36 hours. So the 12 hours for second and the 24. So 36 or none. I'm prepared to allow you two to offer that if you're up for it.
36 or none.
Well, no, I'm saying. So you're both gonna have to.
You're
one of
taking the
you-
12 out of the equation.
Yeah, one of
Yes.
you is gonna have to do 24, and one of you is gonna have to do 12. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm allowing y'all to decide. Whoever gets second
Hasn't
is
that the-
0, but third is now 36.
What do you think?
That's y'all's decision, but
that's
I am
tough.
allowing it.
Part of me thinks it's worth considering because I can't do 24. So what's 30? Like, who cares how many it is at that
Oh,
point?
dude, if I did,
But I will say, if you do get 24, you at least have a friend.
That's true.
You have. I'm not saying I won't, come say hello and eat a waffle or two, but you're gonna for sure have a friend for
half the time.
some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
somebody message said make the deal.
Who was it?
I don't know.
You make that deal.
I don't know, dude. That's tough.
That's tough.
Because if
I'll
I
give you
lose,
till the end of the episode to think about it.
36 is a lot.
But after tonight, it's revoked.
If you promise to lose, I'll do it.
No. I'm promising to lose. I don't think I can
No.
afford to buy 36 waffles.
We were
I may
talking
have
about
to-
that earlier. It's
I may
going
have
to
to cook
cost
'em at my
so
house.
much money. It's going to cost so much money. How much?
I'm just cooking them at my house.
I can't remember. So the guy that got last in my fantasy football league, he did that a couple years ago. I can't remember what his cost.
They're like $5 a waffle.
You look at the average price of
Jeez
waffle. Man, that's
Louise.
economy.
I went
It's
to Waffle
Okay,
House.
I'm
but
gonna cook them at my house. I'm not going to buy these waffles.
No.
I get some.
You got to do it
Eggos.
at Metro Diner, and you have to sit in the smoking section.
Oh, that's.
I want some
gross.
ash in your waffle. You know what I'm
Jeez
saying?
Louise.
There's going to be some.
You got to get
It
some.
doesn't matter where you sit at
You
Metro.
got
there's
to
gonna
get
be
the
some ash.
full experience. The full experience.
Yeah, classic waffle from Waffle House is $4.30. So
Jesus.
Okay. All right.
$4.30.
Oh,
Now, okay, you're also
I
not
need
going to eat 36
I need
waffles.
to talk to some Dino gangsters on this one.
That's over $100 if you get 24.
Corey, you can't eat 24 waffles.
Buddy.
No, you can't.
Why don't you
dude.
start taking a dive and let's find out?
You cannot eat 24 waffles. I mean, no, I think you,
That is the thing. Whoever gets they're not actually going to eat 24.
no,
I could take out 18 though.
no, dude.
You think you could take out 18?
18, stay there for 6 hours, eat 18
I-
waffles.
I'm the opposite. I'm
That's
probably
crazy.
I'm probably
If you
eating
did
like
that,
6 waffles.
If you did that, I'd be mad impressed.
oh,
18 in 6 hours. That
Hard.
I just think what
it's
probably
only 3
happens,
an hour. You get that.
Yeah, but I've read about because of the fantasy deal. Man, after 10, you hit like a
You hit a
really
wall.
crazy wall. Because the thing about
Can
waffles,
you imagine
let's
how
go in there
awful?
and like poop my brains out. And then
I guess you're allowed
you're
to do
gonna
that.
throw up. Yeah, no, there's no
Yeah,
rules
no
against
one
that.
can
You can
stop
go in
you
there
from
and
doing
throw
that.
up.
You're gonna throw up. 18 in 6 hours sounds nuts.
I
That
would
actually
just-
sounds disgusting. First off,
I would give myself food poisoning. No, I'm joking.
This
That
is
way,
gonna
as soon as
suck.
I eat it, I just
okay, all right.
hurl it back up.
I think no matter whether I get 12 or 24, what's going to happen is I'm going to eat about 6 waffles. I'm just going to be in there. It's a
Doesn't
matter of whether I'm
doesn't
in.
matter.
So if you
Am I
got
in there
thir-
for
so if you
6
got
hours or
36
18 hours?
If you got 36, you have to sit there for 30 hours.
You
is
just
what
sleep
you're saying?
in a Metro Diner.
That sounds.
And I would just
horrid.
listen to Kanye's 30 hours on a loop.
30
30
hours.
hours.
30
That's a
hours.
long time.
That's a long time.
I think you can actually only be in there for 23, but
Really?
I don't know if that's a wives' tale or if that's a real thing. But they said that Waffle House was the one place that you could go.
But it's
for
Metro.
Almost,
It's Metro.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing Metro.
I don't know
Yeah,
if they
that's
have
true.
rules against that or not.
I'm
but
thinking there's no rules.
I think I'm asleep with my
they
head.
might not even notice you've been there the whole
Let's
time.
think about the 36-hour deal and let's move on. Y'all can decide at the end of the episode. How about that?
Okay.
Any other college football? The playoff landscape didn't change a lot. The fun games are coming. I believe next week. Is next week Michigan, Ohio State?
I'm not sure.
Well, that's a big one.
Let me look.
That's a big one.
Okay.
I'm still seeing a lot of Jaden Daniels for Heisman talk. Still seeing a lot of it.
So, I'm trying to see if that is next week.
I'm looking right now.
Yeah, it is. It's next week. So,
So you
obviously that's a humongous game.
Well, and you also have Oregon State,
Yeah, I mean, for the Pac-12, the
Bama,
game,
Auburn.
for the Pac-12, the big game is Oregon versus Washington. That's going to eventually happen.
Yeah.
For the Big Ten, it's Michigan versus Ohio State. That happens next week. For the SEC, it's Bama versus Georgia in the SEC championship. Big 12, really just if Texas can win out or not.
Yeah.
And the ACC is can Florida State win out or not. That's pretty much where we're at, college football wise.
Dude, how Texas would it be to lose
To
at
lose-
Iowa State this week?
Oh, dude. Did you see what the Iowa State kid said?
Yeah, I did.
He
see
was
that.
like, "Oh, it's gonna be hard. It's night time. It's indoor. It's our senior night." He was
not
talking
names.
He was
Not
talking.
time and names. I don't
He
know.
was talking like mad stuff.
Yeah, I saw that.
Trying
I think Texas will handle them pretty well.
Yeah, especially after that dude gave him bulletin board
How about Quinn Ewers deciding he's going to come back next year?
Did he for
Really?
sure?
I did not see
Nah,
that.
I say for sure. All the reports were that he's coming back.
Ugh.
I will say I saw a lot of immediate posts of there goes Arch.
There goes- yeah, he's
I couldn't
out.
disagree anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't think that he.
Well, I think either way he was gonna sit because he's not the second anyways.
he'll be the second next year because I think if anybody's going to leave, it's going to be Malik Murphy, and he probably should.
And he'll
but Arch, man, the weird thing about this particular situation is that there's never been a 17, 18-year-old kid that has been he's never been more set up for long-term success and has a better quarterbacking support system on any human on the face of the earth than Arch Manning. And so he's got Peyton, he's got Eli, he's got Archie, he's got his dad. He's got them all in his ear saying, look, man, the money's going to be there in the end. The money's there now. You're already making NIL money like
you're
crazy.
Good, buddy.
Don't rush it.
Yeah.
You got the chance to be something special here.
Tony Dungy's in his ear.
Stay the course. Don't transfer and start over. Yeah. You're going to be the guy when it's time to be the guy, and he'll be more ready for it.
This was you, right? Mizzou?
Yeah.
And what did you have, Corey?
Arizona. Peyton's probably telling him, like, hey, buddy, just go be a volunteer.
I don't think so.
No, there's no way.
No. I'm 98% sure Arch Manning is going nowhere, regardless of what Quinn Ewers does.
Well, the thing is, with NILs, it doesn't really matter.
No, it's different. It's a different world, man.
It's a whole new world. Those
are 7-figure guys, no matter what.
Just relax. You'll get your chance to play in the best conference in the whole college football world. Just sit back, relax.
It's also less chance for injury before you go to the league.
Absolutely.
It's a whole year of just getting to get better at football.
And also, they're just the reason that people jump to that conclusion, and gosh, it wears me out, especially because I was a college athlete, I football player, dude. I don't know what happened, but the days of the days of waiting your turn, redshirting, getting better in the weight room, being older, getting more mature. That's just gone out the window for quarterbacks. I mean, there's just this overwhelming sense of, man, I got to be the starter day one. Why? You're a 17-year-old kid. These are grown men.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
Yeah, these are 20-year-old dudes.
That's why they don't draft out of high school in the NFL. You can do it in baseball because you're not getting hit around by 25-year-old grown men. Football, you gotta.
There's some safety precautions.
There's some body changes that are going to happen in Arch's life from 2 years from now.
Well, I know like dudes that like I played with in high school, like Bryce Steele and Heath Howard and those guys. When they went off to college, we're not even talking D1s. Like they would go off, and then you'd see them a year later, and you're like,
different.
Good Lord, you're a man now.
It's just different, and so that's why waiting his turn is going to work. He's going to be drafted higher because of it. Yeah, I'm telling you.
And they're going to. I mean, track record speaks for itself. They're going to like, okay, this is a mature kid. He's not some just flash in the pan.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, I'm with that. I did see a cool tweet where it was like, how does it feel? It was talking about Quinn Ewers. How does it feel to be the first quarterback to win a Big 12 title and an SEC title?
Oh,
which
that'd be interesting.
I'm not going to pick Texas to win the SEC next year, right this second. But I do think they're going to win the Big 12 this year.
I think Texas is going to have a harder time in SEC their first year than
it's
any
not going
other.
to be easy.
Like I definitely think it's
not
going to
be easy.
It's going to be a very rude awakening.
I think so.
For
Yeah.
them
I wouldn't
and
say
Oklahoma.
that.
Yeah, because even like the easier weeks, like
Now, hold on
you
now.
got to go to Mississippi State.
Hold on
That's
now.
not the easiest thing on earth.
Hold on now.
Or
I don't think a rude awakening is a good way to put it, considering they went to Tuscaloosa, had the biggest win in the entire country this year.
that's true, but then they also only beat TCU by 3, so it's like.
Oh, I get that. TCU also went to the national championship last year, so it's not some podunk program.
They also got beat by Colorado, who's now 4 not 4. What?
I don't know what they are.
Anyways,
They're playing football.
college football is
Again,
they're existing.
Yeah, I will side with you on the side of their off weeks aren't. It's not BYU, Houston, Baylor. It's Auburn. I totally agree. I'm with you there. But Tyler, you brought up, and this is the last we'll talk about college football. But you brought up a lot of Jaden Daniels talk for Heisman.
Yeah, and someone has made the point here. The year that RG3 won in 2011, Baylor went 10-3.
Yep.
The year Lamar Jackson won in 2016, Louisville went 9-4.
Yep.
In a not very good conference.
Johnny Manziel, they were 8 and something, I think.
I won a couple big games.
9-3, yeah, something. I don't know.
And then Caleb Williams, USC went 11-3. So
Yep.
you can lose 3 games and still be the Heisman.
I talked about it on the show last week. My particular Heisman vote is not going to a quarterback with that record. 7 days later, I don't feel as strong about that this year because of the numbers that he's putting up. Jaden Daniels' numbers are absolutely ignorant. They're absurd. It's video game like. I mean, it's
insane.
He's ridiculous. If
it's
it weren't
absurd.
for Joe Burrow being in like the recent passed, he would be considered one of the great. I mean, maybe the best LSU quarterback of all time. Of course, you just got done having Joe Burrow, so it doesn't hit the same.
Yeah, he's having an incredible season. I think probably when it's all said and done, it will hurt him that an Oregon or a Washington is in the college football playoff. I think that Penix or
that's true.
Bo Nix is as of today the
favorite.
odds-on favorite.
Yeah, minus 110.
Yeah.
Does it hurt them that it's his 8th year playing college football?
It should. It should.
You know.
I just talked about being a grown man.
Yeah, he's 29.
He's got a 401k.
He owns 3 car washes in Oregon right now.
I'll tell you another one that he's not getting the credit he deserves. But Marvin Harrison. I mean, and I know he's a receiver.
Yeah.
I know it's quarterback award typically, but he's having quite the year.
But I've seen a lot of stat lines that are the exact same as his.
Harvin Harrison is a baller.
I mean, I'm not taking that away from him. I'm saying, like, I've seen a couple other dudes that have the exact same, like, season stats.
This year he has 59 catches, almost 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns, 18 yards per catch. He's a baller.
Yeah, and that's on one. He missed a game, didn't he?
Did
he? No, I don't think so. I think I made that up. I'm looking now.
All right, Corey huffing and puffing into my
Am
ear.
I? I'm sorry. My bad.
He's played 10 games this year. I don't know how many Ohio State's played so far, but he's played 10 games, 59 catches.
They'll be at 10 games as well. Yeah, they're 10-0.
Okay, gotcha.
See.
So, yeah, almost 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns. Yeah, has a rushing touchdown as well. He's having a great year, and he's going to be the first receiver taken in the draft next year.
There are a few other good receivers in the nation that like are maybe close to being on his level, but
Yeah.
I still think he's in a level of his own. Probably.
Well, he's going to get invited to New York. I'll say that.
Yeah,
don't think
100%.
I think it'll be. I think right now, I think that's pretty much set. It's going to be Penix, Nix, Marvin Harrison, and Jaden Daniels.
Malik
think
Neighbors for LSU has more receptions, more receiving yards, and only 2 less touchdowns.
No, that's great.
Malik Neighbors is a baller. Of course, he
There-
does benefit from having Jaden Daniels
Yeah,
as
and
his
I'm just-
quarterback, but yeah,
There are
Malik
some
Neighbors is a
great.
baller.
There are some great receivers coming out of college next year.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got Xavier Worthy from Texas. You've got Marvin Harrison. You've got Neighbors. You've got the Washington dude.
Odunze.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's got 59 receptions for 1,100 yards and 9 tuds.
The other Texas guy, A.D. Mitchell. I mean, there's some good ones.
Yeah, now you say it, Neighbors does lead the league in receiving yards. He's number 7 in receptions, number 7 in touchdowns, number 1 in yards per game, and he has the highest PFF grade this year. How do you feel about PFF grades, by the way?
Don't care really that much.
Don't care.
It's genuinely, I like looking at them on Sunday Night Football.
I can see it with my eyes. I mean,
I think that's the difference with Marvin Harrison is that it's the eye test, because he's so much better than everybody else out
he's
there.
a freak.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like
when he's been doing it too.
he's like Julio Jones,
Ben did this.
Justin Jefferson-esque. Like he's really good.
Joshua Hood said live stream down and out from IHOP. We could. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be that if they'd let us. I don't know that there's a lot of
Post
rules.
up in the back.
But yeah, the PFF thing, that's great, but where I draw the line is guy has 100 yards receiving and he has a low PFF grade. Who cares? What do we?
What-
No, for sure.
So all right, I think it's time to talk about NFL.
All right, let's move
My
on to the
fave.
NFL.
My fave.
I've got to. If
I
you're
have tons to say tonight. Actually,
I bet you do.
if you're okay, I'll start real quick and I'll get the hell out of the way.
No, you whatever you got, dude. But I'm NFL is that's my bread and butter. Really gets my chili hot.
Another week, and as the resident hater of Dak Prescott, I've got to say, man, he is still on one. That man is balling.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he's on one.
Interessante.
He's balling.
So what I'll say about
404 yards last week, 4 touchdowns.
Oh yeah, actually had an old college teammate after the first quarter tweeted, Dak is just a glorified Derek Carr, and that tweet aged well throughout the game.
Real poor.
Aged like milk.
So here's what I want to say about Dak Prescott. Okay, he's been great, and it's truly been fun to watch. And if you've got negative things to say now, I don't really care. I don't care that much because I don't miss a snap. I know I'm Mr. Positive, but
Well, I think at some point it's becoming like
well, it's just like you're just choosing to do that. Just
Yeah.
just watch. Quit forming an opinion. Just watch. Okay, he's
watch.
good. He's a good player. Also, watch other games. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. But what I want to say about Dak Prescott is today I might have or might not have placed a bet. Maybe. I don't know.
possibly.
Placed a bet on Dak Prescott to win the MVP. That sounds crazy. I'm not saying he's going to win the MVP. I am saying that plus 3,500 to win the MVP is incredible odds at this point if you look at the numbers. Because, and here's why I say that. If the Cowboys beat the Panthers this weekend, and they're going to, if they beat the Commanders next weekend, that's who they play, right?
Yep.
And they're going to, okay? They beat the Seahawks the following weekend. I think they're going to. Then all of a sudden, if Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys beat the Philadelphia Eagles, okay, I would almost go as far to say that at that point, Dak Prescott will be the odds-on favorite to win the MVP in the NFL. If all that happens, if they go 4-0 in that stretch that I just mentioned, beating the Eagles, beating Jalen Hurts, Dak looking as good as he's looked, Dak Prescott will be the odds-on favorite to win the NFL MVP.
So to me, and this might sound redundant, but to me, that's like the least relevant part of the season. I think that next stretch versus Eagles, at Bills, at Dolphins, versus Lions, that's where he wins his MVP.
Absolutely, but hear me. That's where he'll become the odds-on favorite.
That's where he'll become the favorite.
Your part, that's where we're either going to get it or we're going to lose it.
Yeah.
He'll lose it to Mahomes. He'll lose it to Hurts. He'll lose it to Tua, whatever. To me, Tua is not an MVP. But anyways.
Comeback player of the
That
year,
is
maybe.
where that's DeMar Hamlin,
After his half a tackle.
12th man on the field.
Oh, dude. They were eating him alive for that.
Well, he wasn't getting as much negative press as he should have. But anyways, that's where we're going to find out, can he actually win the MVP or not. That's my thought.
Let me ask y'all something. Out of the quarterbacks with, let's say, over 100 attempts, who do you think is leading the league in completion percentage?
It's Dak Prescott. I know it is.
It is number one, Dak Prescott, followed by Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Tua, Kirk, Jalen, Brock Purdy, Patrick Mahomes.
We're gonna play a game. Okay, we're gonna play a game. I've got all the NFL teams in my head. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to play. We're gonna go through all of them. We're gonna play. Would we rather have Dak or their quarterback? Okay. And this
you
isn't.
can't tell me there's 6 better quarterbacks.
This isn't a franchise thing, so don't really put age in this factor. Right,
Each quarterback is in their
Is
prime.
it like to go win one game or?
This is to become the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go through the divisions in this order that I have in my head.
Okay.
I have a little magnet thing in my room growing up, so this is just how I see him.
Okay.
All right. Kenny Pickett, yes or no? Obviously
Will
not.
not take
Okay.
Kenny Pickett.
Whoever the
that
Browns,
was a fumble, by the way, that they threw.
absolutely was a fumble. Whoever the Browns have at quarterback.
Not the guy that we always mention, and we're not going to mention him.
Yeah, who's injured for the rest of the season.
Out for the season. We don't ever have to talk about him again.
He's got a lot of free time,
He's
though.
going to need a massage on that shoulder. Better not talk about it. It's a touchy situation.
Ugh.
Touchy. Get it?
Hate that he's got
Anyways,
a lot of free time.
You'd pick Dak over him. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Got it? Joe Burrow. I'd take Joe Burrow.
I would take
I'd take
Joe,
Joe
yeah.
Burrow. Okay, so that's one. Lamar
Okay.
Jackson. I'm not taking Lamar Jackson
take
over
Dak.
Dak. I'm taking Dak.
Actually,
If it's just,
I don't know. Is here's the thing.
I want to take Lamar Jackson, but
Who does he have to throw to? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's got a.
He's coming to the Cowboys. That's the question.
Okay, if he's coming to the Cowboys, I think he's a better
I
quarterback
think
than
you
Dak.
could run a fire offense with
Oh.
Lamar.
I'm still
Oh.
taking Dak. I'm still
Okay.
taking Dak.
Okay.
But it's
we're
close.
split. Yeah.
Okay? We'll say we still only have one for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow.
I'm
All
writing
right?
him down as like a maybe.
All right.
We'll give him a half.
Will Levis. No.
No.
Okay.
Dude likes some mayonnaise, though.
What?
He likes some
Gardner
mayonnaise.
Minshew.
Oh,
No.
absolutely.
No.
Minshew mania.
C.J. Stroud.
No.
As good as he's been, I'm still not taking him over.
Maybe
over
in a
Dak.
franchise thing.
In a franchise thing,
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. But no, I'm not taking him.
Dude's so good.
He's balling out right now. Trevor Lawrence.
No.
Wait, by the way, Stroud has a higher MVP odds than Dak.
Oh,
Trevor Lawrence.
No, as much as I would love to, no.
Before the season,
maybe.
by week 10, I would have said that Trevor Lawrence is lighting the league on fire. I've been wrong so far.
He is not. Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
still taking Dak. So
He's
we're
lighting
still
Duval County on
we're still
fire.
at one. We're still at one. Okay. Zach Wilson.
No.
No. Tua.
No.
I don't think.
I love Tua. But
I think Dak would come to the Dolphins and do the same thing Tua's
Yeah.
doing. I don't think
Yeah.
Tua would go to the Cowboys and do the same. I just don't. Mac Jones. No.
Oh, dude.
Josh Allen.
No. The way he's playing right now, not a
can't-
chance.
I mean, I still have to take Josh Allen, but
I don't. As the resident Josh Allen fan, I don't know. it's to the point where I've got to start asking some questions.
We'll write him down in the we don't know.
We'll write him in. Yes, he's certainly in the conversation. I'm not sure. He's great. His upside is as good as anyone's. He's been really bad in some spots. Really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, he single-handedly lost that game the other night.
Yeah.
Period.
Him and DeMar Hamlin just holding hands. Losing
I know,
the game.
just losing game for Bills Mafia. Okay, Aiden, whoever.
McConnell.
Jimmy Garoppolo, whoever. No. Okay. Russell Wilson. Probably not. We'll bring him up in a second.
Oh, I was gonna.
We'll bring him up in a second.
Yeah,
Justin Herbert. I'm not picking Justin Herbert over Dak.
Not a chance.
I would love to, but no.
I mean, all Justin Herbert does is throw for a lot of yards and lose.
Jay
That's what Dak
Herbo.
Prescott did
been
last
doing it.
year.
12 and 5? What are you talking about?
Just messing around.
Yeah, bad one.
I was mainly talking about the offensive coordinator.
Patrick Mahomes, obviously.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
would.
I wouldn't.
Okay. So we're at two. We're at 2 for sures. Okay.
2 maybes.
Joshua Dobbs, Jordan Love, Justin Fields, Jared Goff. No. Derek Carr, no. Baker Mayfield, no. Bryce Young, no.
Desmond Ritter.
No, I'm playing. No.
Jabo? Jameis Winston?
No.
Zen Lord Heineke.
Kyler Murray, no. Matthew Stafford, no.
This is rough.
No.
This is bad.
Brock Purdy, no.
No.
Geno Smith, no.
So
Sam Howell, no.
There's 2.
Daniel Jones, no.
There's
Jalen Hurts.
Not even Danny
sure.
DeVito.
Jalen Hurts.
Take Jalen Hurts, whatever. My point is that Cowboys fan, you don't know how good you have it, that we have a guy that we can rely on in any time. I'm not saying all the time. I'm not saying there's moments where Dak doesn't struggle. I listed off 32 teams, and 20 of those, they don't have a guy they can rely on at any point in time.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, my God, we are spoiled. Dak is a good quarterback. He's playing fantastic right now. Okay? I mean, he's had the best month of any quarterback in the NFL right now. He's on a better month stretch than anyone. You can say C.J. Stroud, sure, that's great. I'm still taking Dak over
And I
C.J.
think
Stroud.
the last time we've seen him not look great was against the 49ers.
And he
Like,
looked
really,
terrible.
that's-
And it was terrible.
He looked bad.
And what has he done in the month since?
Been great.
Absolutely lights out. He's been fantastic.
That's true.
He's been.
I can't argue with what you're saying at all.
So, maybe opinion here, Lamar Jackson, Josh, whatever. He is right this second, he's a top 5 or 6 quarterback.
I'd give him 5.
It's
Yeah.
almost like you knew exactly.
Yeah.
I had a lot of windshield time today. I knew that was going.
My man was stewing in that
Yeah.
car. Just
Another quarterback I want to talk about that Josh Allen's still listed as better odds to win MVP over Dak seems strange. It is strange, Joshua. It is because, and again, this is coming from a guy who absolutely loves Josh Allen. Dak is having a better season, is a better quarterback right this second. I totally agree with you.
Teb said, "Preach, Pastor Ryan."
Yeah, shout out Tebs. I want to talk about another quarterback for a second. A guy that we talked a lot of crap on. We talked a lot of crap about their situation. Talked a lot of crap about a certain coach that hadn't come in and done anything. But this is a guy that has beaten. Now this season, he has beaten none other than Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen.
Yeah, but he somehow also lost to the Raiders, the Commanders,
We don't worry
and
about
the
that.
Jets.
We don't worry about that. I want to give some props to this guy. Are we showing the clip or just the sound?
This
It is my
clip.
signature
Okay.
sandwich. It's called the Danger Witch.
Danger,
It's
baby.
dangerously good.
Danger, Mr. Unlimited.
It's spicy.
I mean,
Yeah, Jonathan
this was
Gannon.
old. This was Seahawks, Russell Wilson the other night. Just diming up the Bills defense.
He looked good. I mean,
I do hate what
Mr. Unlimited.
I hate what we've done because I used to love Russell Wilson,
Oh,
dude.
dude.
Early, like young Seahawk
Standing
Russ,
at
he was a beast.
Standing in the field, just
He was a monster.
before he was doing plyometrics in a Boeing 747.
He deserves credit because he's put together a great run. And what was once
It'd have been really
like-
great if they ran it on the 1 yard line too
on.
in the Super Bowl.
Oh well, yeah, but I'm trying to see. I wanted to pull up the AFC standings. Have y'all seen how close
Oh, it's getting
it
getting
is?
hairy.
You've got. Let's see. There are.
Chiefs, Ravens. Chiefs at 7-2, Ravens 7-3, Jaguars 6-3, Dolphins 6-3.
Steelers 6-3, Browns 6-3, Texans 5-4, Bengals
5-4.
5-4, Colts 5-5, Bills 5-5, Raiders 5-5, Chargers 4-5, Jets 4-5, Broncos 4-5. So I mean, I would say
C.J. Stroud could lead the Texans to a playoff spot.
I would say 14 teams.
They're currently in a playoff spot.
14
They're currently the 7th.
14 teams are within at least one game of a playoff spot.
Jeez.
14 teams. That's pretty amazing.
By the way, to the Russ point, this year he's completing 68% of his passes. In 9 games, he's got 1,800 yards, 18 touchdowns to 4 picks. And I think he also has just kidding, no rushing touchdowns, but
Dangerous.
he's balling.
He's not only balling, he's unlimited.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has 8 interceptions this year. Okay, so I just think funny how last year, you know, all the talk was interceptions this, interceptions that. Dak's terrible. He leads the league in interceptions. But we're not talking about interceptions this year, okay? Because it's because of who's at the top of that list.
Yeah. Man, I'm trying to find that.
Where are you trying to find?
Interceptions thrown. I just had it. Okay.
Let's go to season leaders.
That's what I did, but it was telling me like what defenses had the most interceptions. Okay, interceptions leaders. We've got Josh Allen, Jordan Love, Mac Jones, Jimmy Garoppolo, Sam Howell, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Geno Smith, Matthew Stafford, Tua, Bryce Young, Ryan Tannehill.
Where's Dak?
Dak Prescott.
Okay.
He's thrown
6.
Yeah. And some of those, not trying to be a Dak lover over here or a Dak Glazer or anything like that. Some of those are.
I hated that.
I didn't love it. I didn't love it.
Hated
some
it.
of those are they're not his fault. You know what I mean? Like it's bouncing off of a receiver's hands.
that's literally every quarterback ever.
I think they should actually denote. I think there should be with now the technology that we have, like this next gen stuff. We should be able to declare if that was a catchable ball or not.
They do have the interceptable passes. So
Oh, nice.
Okay. So
Like-
basically saying like that should have been an interception. Okay.
So what I'm saying, they can do the same for your team
Yeah,
too. If
yeah.
you can do that,
I think they
do
should.
the other.
Yeah.
That's
I think
fair.
they should.
Factual.
Do you want to look at this week's games?
I'm about to
Yeah,
take
we
a
don't
drink
have
out of
our
the bucket of death.
we don't have our competition.
I
now,
know.
man.
I'm pretty.
I was
bummed out
just
about it.
thinking earlier. I was like,
So
"Ooh,
sad.
what games
I mean,
am I
we
gonna
we
pick?"
can still pick the games, but it's just sad. Me and Tyler don't have. We'll release what our competition was.
We'll let y'all
here.
know.
We'll release that here in a couple weeks or so.
It was a fun time.
It was fun. I
It was
enjoyed it.
fun.
Fun time was
I enjoyed calling games all year, man.
I did too. I'm gonna miss it.
I can't believe my one Sulphur Springs book it pick of the year.
Yeah, it didn't go through.
0 for 1. My Silver Springs Mortal
Mortal
Lock.
Block.
0 for 1. It was a fun game.
That
though.
Carter team was solid.
Yeah.
Very
Survivor
good,
pool
very
didn't go well
fast.
for you, did it?
No, 0 and 1. 0 and 1.
Yeah.
But dang it.
And honestly, we'll get off of it in a little bit, but like coming into next year, this is going to be a very interesting year for the Wildcats
Yeah.
because it's like, who's at quarterback?
Yep.
What do we do? Just that position alone changes a lot.
Yeah.
Of stuff.
Well, and your district's going to change because allegedly Anna
Anna's
is moving up to
moving up,
5A.
yeah.
Silver Springs is going to stay down to 4A. So do you move district? Like,
Also,
does somebody
you're-
come in?
yeah.
Do you just lose Anna? What does it look like?
yeah, your
and
running
so-
back committee changes because
Yep.
you lost Cam Jefferson and Malachi. So now,
Now, receiver, you are loaded.
Oh.
Yeah, you're stacked.
You are
we
very
may be
loaded.
pulling from receivers to
Stacked.
Yeah, you're loaded. So no, it'll be good. It was a fun year calling games. Corey,
Jackson Harris
you did
scat back.
You did a fantastic job
Killed it.
producing.
Thank
Tyler, you're a fantastic play-by-play guy.
Thanks, man.
I think I did color stuff
Hey.
really
Yeah,
well.
you were awesome.
So it was a
Claps
lot
all
of fun.
around.
Had like 14 or 15,000 views for the playoff game.
1,400. Yep.
Yeah.
You're thinking about just live at one time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, no,
1,400 live at one time.
It's like 14 or 15,000
Jeez.
total.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, pretty
Heck
cool.
yeah.
Pretty cool.
Nice. Fun to be a part of. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah. No, pretty fun. But yeah, let's talk NFL.
Let's look at this week's
This,
slate.
this week's slate.
I got the slate up.
Starting tomorrow night, obviously on Thursday Night Football.
On Prime.
Great game.
I
One of
hate-
the
I
only
hate
good
Prime.
games on Prime this year.
I hate Prime. I hate it. Granted, I live in the middle of nowhere. We've got awful Wi-Fi, so
It doesn't affect me in the slightest. It just changes what app I pick on my TV.
fair.
That's the only thing that changes.
Watch it on stream east either way,
I
so
mean-
it doesn't matter.
Am I going to NBC, CBS, Fox, or Prime? I'm not paying for any of it, so
Bengals at Ravens. This is a big one.
This is
it's
huge.
Yeah.
It's huge for the division.
Huge. Especially after the Ravens dropped to the Browns last week.
Which they totally folded because
Very
they
much.
got out to them humongous
Yep.
lead.
Yeah.
Man,
They got out to such a big lead. I'd seen my dad later in the day, and I was like, well, I guess he saw the Browns came back and beat the Ravens. He's like, they did not. It's like, no, they did.
No. Tyler, you're talking stories.
man, I don't know. Just because Tyler is sitting next to me and I'm feeling generous,
hey.
give me the Bengals tomorrow night.
Well, you're going to be really bummed out by what I have to say. until I see the Bengals beat the Ravens, I just have to assume they're going to lose to the Ravens.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
lose to the
sure.
Ravens a lot.
Okay.
And this is such a big chance. If you were to win this game, probably going to be in one of the playoff spots. If you lose, though, you're starting to get in a really tough situation to
make
making
the
the playoffs.
playoffs.
And it just feels like something they would do.
Did you have on your bingo card, 10 weeks into this thing, that the playoffs would not have Josh Allen and not
Or
have
Joe Burrow? No.
That's
No.
true.
That's
No,
rough.
you did
And
not.
C.J. Stroud being in there.
Yeah,
That's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
that is
Corey, what do
crazy.
you got?
Corey, who you got?
Give me the Ravens.
Okay.
T. Higgins is out.
Thanks for believing, though,
Yeah,
It's
buddy.
one of
I
those
got
things. It's like
T. Higgins is out,
The
yep.
Bengals got to prove it to me at this point. You
Yeah,
know,
I don't know.
we had that stretch. It's like, oh, they're terrible. Okay, no, it's just they're starting slow. Now it's like, you lost to the Texans. It's like,
The big difference is in the past, they've always started out slow, but they always had incredible defenses. You don't really have an incredible defense anymore. So
I think T. Higgins out here and there this year has really hurt them.
it does.
yeah, not great.
Up
Not
next,
great.
we've got in that same division, we've got Steelers at the Browns. Browns are a 1-point favorite.
The
Tebs.
two teams that are not really all that great that don't care because their records are good.
Yeah,
The Steelers are that team in your fantasy football league who barely puts up any points, but
Right.
somehow are still going to make the playoffs.
God,
They still got a
speaking of
winning
fantasy,
record.
Did y'all see my loss?
I did not.
I
no.
beat Tiger Shadow Claw by 0.01
Ooh,
points.
you did
Okay,
not.
well, I
Yeah, I
lost.
think it was that or 0.05, something like that. It was
I
very
lost on the
close.
last play of the game to Jeremy by 0.2.
No way.
Yeah, Russell Wilson.
Oh, Mr.
Dang.
Unlimited.
Yeah.
That's why you went on a. You're like,
last play of the game.
I
Yeah.
personally beat the crap out of Colton, so I don't know what y'all are doing. But
Teb said best East Texas media game day crew and presentation.
Oh,
Just
appreciate that,
thanks,
man.
buddy.
Appreciate that. That
Air
was
that
fun.
out
appreciate it,
there.
man.
That was fun.
Give me the Steelers in that game, honestly.
The quarterback thing is
It's sus for
it's
the
not going to
Browns.
be able to sustain. I know their defense is great, but you need a quarterback to win in this league.
TJ
Not that Pittsburgh has one, but I will take the Steelers.
yeah, the Steelers find a way to keep winning games.
At this point,
Mike
TJ,
Tomlin, man.
Yeah, TJ Watt
And
can
Mike
get out
Tomlin
there.
has an incredible record as an underdog. I don't know what that's about, but like for his career, it's incredible. So
I'll take the steel curtain.
Oh,
in
I
this
was
one.
reading this wrong. Cleveland's -1. I read that as Steelers -1. Okay.
I thought you
Interesting.
said.
I thought I said it right, but maybe
You
I was
said
just
Cleveland.
looking
Maybe
at
I said it
don't know.
right,
Gotcha.
but
And you're
thought
right.
it
I will
wrong.
still
Yeah,
I will
my
still
bad.
take the Steelers in that one.
Oh, absolutely.
The Lions are an 8-point favorite at home against the Bears.
You do get Justin Fields back.
Yeah.
But
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
They could get God himself back. They'd still lose this
Yeah,
game.
the Lions.
They
They
could
look
get
like a
Dick
team.
Butkus back, and they still wouldn't win this game.
They look like a team that can win a playoff game. I don't.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
wouldn't go farther than that. I've seen. I'll post my power rankings every week.
Oh yeah, I need to
like
go check
those.
those out.
I like
I
those.
post them every Tuesday. I really put a lot of thought into them. And the last couple weeks I've got more and more replies. It seems that a reply that I get a lot is I'm not showing enough love to Detroit, specifically. Oh, why is Detroit not over Dallas? Well, that's because Dallas would be road favorites versus Detroit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I
and
think that
The
so,
last
I don't
memory,
know.
The last memory I have of Detroit, two memories right now in Detroit, is them getting curb stomped by the Ravens, and then also them kind of duking it out against the Chargers,
Yeah.
which was last week. So it's like it's hard. It's like going back to your ex. It's like, can I trust it yet, or like,
I'm for the time being, I've got the Dallas Cowboys well over the Detroit Lions.
nice.
I like your rankings right now. I personally am probably still bigger on the Lions than a lot of people. I don't know, but
Where do I have the
Hey,
Lions
listen here, man.
Where do I have
This
the
team.
Lions?
you have the Lions 6th.
Okay.
You
Okay.
have so for anyone that hasn't seen them, at Ryan Landry 6712 is his Twitter. But if you haven't seen the rankings, it's Philly 1, KC 2, Dallas 3, San Fran, Baltimore, Detroit, Miami, Jacksonville, Cleveland, Houston. Which is a wild rankings, but you're probably right.
Yeah, I got some flack for.
See your players give all that they have, and
I do love some Dan Campbell.
Dude, I will run through a
No,
wall.
I love some Dan
you
Campbell.
want that for them. So
Heck yeah,
I
take me
do
there,
like some
Dan
Dan
Campbell.
Campbell. I got a lot of flack, or I won't say a lot, but I got some flack for putting Dallas over San Fran because of the Dallas-San Fran game. Totally get it. That was a month ago.
True.
Since San Fran has dropped 3 out of 4, and Dallas has dominated 3 out of 4, and their one loss was against who I'm calling the best team in the league. So
Yeah.
not a bad month, I would say. But anyways, let's.
When Purdy looked pedestrian for a little bit, he very much looked irrelevant. Anyways, like I said, Chargers, Packers.
One of the gross, who
Dude,
who
Jordan Love
cares?
sucks.
Yeah.
He
Jordan Love
sucks.
does suck.
I was on the Jordan Love fan club. I wanted him to be good. He's terrible.
Yeah, he's
He's terrible.
It's like, why did we spend the first
He's terrible, dude.
He's not good.
Why do
It's
we
bad.
we spent a first rounder and did it the right way? We
Yeah.
didn't
Years
throw him into
ago.
the fire. We didn't throw him in the fire like
We
everyone
waited.
loves. It's like I'm talking about redshirting these freshman kids.
Yes.
That's the right way to do it. They drafted a guy. They let him learn behind Aaron Rodgers. They let him learn the LaFleur offense. When it was his time to be ready, he sucked.
Yeah,
he's terrible.
if he's
They-
not good now, he's never going to
Well,
be.
No.
they did with him what Andy Reid and them did with Patrick Mahomes. I mean, not to the extent.
No, right,
But like,
exactly.
they're like, oh, it worked for
Right.
them. Let's
No,
well,
no good.
They forgot one key ingredient. You got to
No
have the right
good.
guy.
What's the spread in this one?
You got Chargers -3. They are road favorites.
Yeah, I don't love that at Lambeau,
Yeah,
but
it's
I still will take the Chargers.
I will as well. Yeah.
Lambeau in November. Give me the Chargers.
Are the Chargers a playoff team?
No,
No,
no.
not in this AFC.
I don't think they can claw their way to a wild card.
I think
Yeah, I don't
I think there's no clawing in this AFC this year. Like I think the NFC, there's a couple teams that are they're going to fight to the death for that last couple spots. In the AFC, it's going to be a fight to the death, but they're going to have to do it.
Yeah.
You're going to have to do it.
Well, and especially in their division, they dang near start the season going, we got to get a wild card.
Yeah, you're
You know
not,
what I mean? Like,
yeah.
the Chiefs are going to win that division. I hate it for you.
That's tough.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
tough.
you got to think for the Chargers, the Broncos, and the Raiders, they open their season going, the best we can do is a wild card spot.
The AFC's loaded, man.
Dude.
I'm just sitting here thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's tough, man.
I mean,
I mean-
like you said, the Bills and or Bengals very well might not make the
All
playoffs.
the-
If they're
all
not
the
making the
North-
playoffs, the Chargers are not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
All the North teams are good.
The North remembers, too.
We thought that it was just going to be the Jags. Nope. The Texans are good.
Yeah.
We thought that the Bills were going to run away with that division. Nope. The Dolphins are good.
and
And
the
neither-
Jets,
and
the Jets
neither-
might get Aaron Rodgers
The
back
Jets are-
mid-December. I'm just saying,
Yeah, which is,
man.
if he were literally anyone else on earth, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But it's him, and
It's
he's a
Aaron.
weirdo, and he's
been-
dedicated, and like he very well might come
He's
back.
dropping tequila on the sidelines. And
The Jets are good enough to upset some teams. The AFC West, apparently the Broncos are good enough to upset some teams.
Yeah.
The Chargers they got a good offense, So it's a
wild.
war zone.
Papa
It's a-
T pointed out something funny. He said, "Bizarro world in the week of fantasy football. I play Tyler. Papa T is starting Burrow, and I am starting Dak." Which is
Wow.
it's funny.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go.
I'm gonna run through some big spreads that no one cares about. In a row, we've got the Dolphins are a 13.5-point favorite versus the Raiders. The Commanders are 8.5-point favorites at home versus the Giants. Cowboys 10.5-point favorites on the road at the Panthers.
Which I think they easily cover.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
Bryce Young is going to be
Man.
I hate it for you,
Man.
buddy.
it's a lot of
that's-
crap spreads this week, gang.
That's
I think-
the Bryce Young thing. It's a franchise ender, and what I mean by that is this is a 10-year mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah. You trade away all that stuff just to miss.
And I get it. I know that hindsight's 20/20, and it's easy to be on this side of it and go, "How did you not pick C.J. Stroud?" But I'm pretty sure we consensus all three set up here
Yeah.
and went, "Man, as
Well,
good as
you
Bryce Young looked in college, there's a really good chance that's because he was at Bama."
You and I were
Yeah.
wanting to take Anthony Richardson over.
Yeah, it just.
What do
over
you think
Bryce
right
Young.
now? Will Levis, Anthony Richardson, C.J. Stroud,
I'd probably take all. I'd
I
take all
mean,
three of them over Bryce
and
Young.
where was Carolina before they traded? Like what draft?
9.
You could have got Will Levis at
9?
9.
I think they were 9.
Maybe.
You could have got Will Levis at 9.
Or you could have waited and just sucked and
Yeah.
then had a really good QB draft this year.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean-
they're gonna get last. They're gonna get last. Okay, so they get the first pick. You got Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
So,
but now
but
they're going to
now
get last.
You're gonna get no one.
and
You got Bryce Young.
you're SOL,
You got Bryce Young, and
And-
you'll get last next year,
and the year
and you'll
after
get the year after that. And it's just, man.
Well,
Actually,
that's-
I heard a video, and the guy was like, "This was post trade. This was post trade, pre Bryce Young, I think, or maybe post Bryce Young drafting him. Anyways, before the season, we felt like trading the pick was okay. This is from the owner or the GM or something. We
Yeah.
felt like trading the pick was okay because after last year, we don't plan on picking inside the top 10 again.
Oh,
Well,
Wow.
I've got news for you.
yeah. It's
Hate it for
you're
you,
right,
buddy.
You're right.
You might be picking first overall.
You're right. You're not picking in the top 10 this year
'Cause you
because
traded
it's-
them all
'cause
away.
It's gone.
yeah.
That's rough.
But yeah,
That's tough, dude.
dude, there's not a lot of a lot of close games.
So
this week.
it's a lot of crap games until Monday night. Then we get treated after a lot of bad Monday night football games. We get treated to
Ooh.
Eagles at Chiefs.
Both
Chiefs
teams
are a
coming-
2.5 point.
Okay,
favorite.
wait a minute.
Both
wait a
teams
minute.
coming off a bye week as well.
Okay, wait a minute though. Wait a minute. The Jets at Buffalo.
That could be
Oh,
Season's over if Buffalo loses.
Buffalo's
Yeah.
like a 7 or 7.5 point favorite, but
Season's
Buffalo
over if
just
they
fired
lose.
their offensive coordinator.
Yep.
Also,
they did. And do you know who the new interim OC is? Former
DeMar Hamlin. No, I'm playing.
former LSU OC, the one during the Burrow
Brady.
years, Joe Brady.
Joe Brady.
Really?
Okay, I like that. I like that.
You daughter died.
Season's over.
Is that the one whose daughter passed away?
What?
What are you talking about?
In that Orgeron had to tell his daughter-in-law.
No.
You don't remember that?
Joe Brady's like our age.
Anyways,
No, I know what
he was
you're
a
talking
defensive
about.
coordinator.
I know what you're talking about.
Anyways.
No, let's keep it. I don't know.
Corey,
Weird
Corey
jump to-
loves the inappropriate
Well, I
throw-in
thought
joke.
I'm trying to remember. I thought that was something. Anyways,
Season's over if Buffalo loses. God.
I thought
Well-
that was something.
I
It
thought
was
that-
something.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was something.
Cardinals Texans. Doesn't care.
Okay.
Just going back Cardinals, Texans.
Anyways, Seattle at the Rams. I think Seattle probably wins that. What about
Ew,
Minnesota?
Sunday night?
Minnesota at Denver.
gang.
Actually, it's not as bad of a game as it was on paper 2 weeks ago.
It's not. The Fighting
Josh
Josh
Dobbs is
Dobbs are
fun.
way better than we
This
thought
is
they
the
would be.
The Fighting Baldies
The Pastronauts.
versus Mr. Unlimited.
It becomes a kind of fun game. Also,
It's airing on Disney.
dude, I completely forgot, but Josh Dobbs started the season as a Brown.
As a Brown,
And
Yeah.
boy,
which
could
is
they,
the most Browns thing ever.
They
Yeah.
could really use him right
We
now.
now need a guy that can play quarterback because it turns out we're pretty good. They don't get Deshaun Watson. PJ Walker sucks. And now
DCR.
we would really love Joshua Dobbs.
I need you to answer for your Falcons losing games to quarterbacks who did not
Here's the deal.
know any of the players.
We lost to Josh Dobbs
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Kyler Murray.
Then this week we turn around and let the scrambling toddler run for a first down in a game-winning drive.
Yep.
I want to rip my hair out as a Falcons fan, especially when we're going to draft a great wide receiver that nobody's going to throw to.
Hey, at least Bijan touched the ball this week.
Hey, that's awesome.
You
Yeah.
can still win the division.
Oh, that
that's what's
division
crazy.
sucks.
You're only a game behind the Saints.
Now, I was
and the
thinking-
Saints are awful.
I want to take a sidebar real quick. Was Matt Ryan the best QB that Kyle Shanahan ever had?
Yeah.
I don't think the.
I mean, he was the
49ers are ever gonna
MVP.
make it to the Super Bowl.
He hasn't had
Ever
an
gonna win a
MVP
Super Bowl.
quarterback.
Yeah, he was an MVP, and that's what cost us the Super Bowl. So, with that being said, I don't think they're ever going to win a Super Bowl unless they have a quarterback.
The Niners.
Yeah, to that caliber.
I don't know. I think the Niners still have a. I think they still have a roster that can
Because the
do it.
defense that year was pretty phenomenal.
Oh yeah, I get it.
I mean,
get
they
it.
have a plus 109 point differential this year.
Yeah, I still don't think they're going to
Only
win.
the Ravens have a better one at plus 113.
What's the Cowboys?
The Cowboys are
Just the Giants alone.
plus 104, so they're right behind them.
Nice.
If they play the Giants one more time, it'll
Yeah,
be just.
it's like 800 to 6. Okay, Philly. You brought it up. Philly at the Chiefs. Super Bowl rematch. This is a big one. This is a fun one. This is the best Monday night game we've had this year.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs have had a couple bad games this season, but like they get up for the big ones.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be lights out.
And both NFL knew what they were doing. Both teams coming off a bye week this week.
Yeah, of course.
So,
of course.
like, they knew.
Yeah. There's not two guys in the NFL that, like, I know, like, I don't know, when you think about fantasy or you think about, it's a big game, none of those really affect week-to-week performance for guys. Like, just because it's Monday night, it doesn't change. But if there were two guys that I thought that was more apparent for, more actually true, Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
100%.
Like this is set up for them to have like a legacy game almost.
Dude, you should.
I mean,
you should have heard this man explaining to Chad what's going on in the like Travis Kelce Taylor Swift
I
world.
just looked it up.
It
on
sounded like a teenage girl explained their mom, like dad
Well,
something.
Jerica has,
like so, and then she changed the words to some of her songs.
It was kind of magical.
And
honestly.
I think the rumor has it, maybe or maybe not, they're gonna have a kid. I don't know. And I was
So
just like, what is
Philly,
happening?
Philly is not going to play Taylor Swift on the weekend playlist ahead of Eagles Chiefs games. I was just trying to.
She's a big Philly fan.
I was just trying to look up and see if she was going to be at the game. Because that would change the spread.
I saw Kelsey went to Argentina.
He did.
Which, hey, he's been doing it a long time. He's a great professional. I mean, he does everything the right way. Don't know how I feel about we're going to Argentina during the middle
on a bye week.
On a bye week, and we haven't looked as crisp as we wanted
Remember
to.
how poorly things went for the Giants when they were on top of the world and they took their little yacht picture?
All right, now that's not Travis Kelce, but I agree.
That
It was
rough.
OBJ though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
Overrated.
And that was like hype town OBJ.
Career overrated. Career made by one catch. They lost that game. I
was
love
great.
when they show that clip.
Great college player.
They lost. Anyways,
They lost. I didn't even know that.
yeah, of
Yeah, it was
course,
to the
of course.
Cowboys on Sunday Night Football.
They show
Well, I
all-
knew
they
they
show
were
it
playing
all
the
the
Cowboys.
time, and they lost that game.
I think that happened like kind of in garbage time. We
Maybe.
pretty
It was
much
on- it
had
was
the
on,
game wrapped up. I'm pretty
it was
sure.
on. It was on Brendan Carr, whatever his name was.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't unthink that whenever it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were up a couple scores, and that one was late to make it a one-score game or something. But like it was
Yeah.
pretty much over already.
Was that before or after he kicked the field goal?
That was before.
What
What else we got, gang? Are we getting out of here?
man, I don't know. Mavs won.
Mavs did.
Oh,
win.
Mavs won?
Yep.
Nice.
Mavs are on one, man.
They are on one. That is for sure. Dang.
What?
I just.
Hey, what about us doing this on Tuesday night next week?
Tuesday night. We
Yeah.
can do it Tuesday night.
Yeah, just I got Thanksgiving next Wednesday, so
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Nice.
next week's Thanksgiving.
Oh,
so.
we actually
we've
can't
got
do next Tuesday.
Tuesday
but
night-
generally
Tuesday night
speaking, we could do that.
Tuesday, we've got 4:30 basketball. We could do a morning down and out. Well, no, because we got to be at basketball, yeah.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure out something.
We'll
If
pray
not-
about it.
If no, down and out next week. It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
You'll
it
get
is
the
Thanksgiving.
credit.
Yeah,
We'll
go
think about
see
it.
your family. Quit watching us.
Corey, what's your
Ted's about to text us now. Oh, just
we
because
can't
there is
have
a
another
holiday.
what's your go-to Thanksgiving food?
All of
Corey?
it.
Okay.
No, I'm playing.
Okay.
Um,
36 waffles.
Yeah, dude. I will. I've been watching a lot of videos on how to smoke a turkey. I'm not gonna do it this year.
Oh
but
yeah, this is like Corey's Super Bowl.
Yeah, I guess
I'm
so,
not.
huh?
I didn't make it this year, but
Okay.
man, mine is the dressing,
Okay.
stuffing
Okay.
with either the gravy or cranberry. It depends on my mood.
Okay.
How I woke up that morning.
Tyler. Thanksgiving.
I just don't really eat food, so I don't really care.
You're kind of a hamster. You're just a nibbler.
Yeah.
Seb said no excuses.
No excuses. I would say my aunt makes some bomb mac and cheese. So
Okay, mac and
that's-
cheese.
that's a must.
All right. I'm a big casserole guy. Like
Really?
I
like-
green bean?
I'll be honest. I expected you to be far too picky to like any holiday.
no,
food.
see,
I expect you to take turkey, but only the white meat.
I like dark meat.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
thighs?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You big thigh
Oh
guy?
yeah. I like legs. Yep. I'm all about it. I'm all about it.
I really thought you were way too picky for all
Yeah,
of it.
honestly, I figured you'd be
on,
like,
man.
I'm gonna take
You're basing
rolls.
This, you're
with-
basing this off of the
your
fact that
Whataburger
I don't
order?
like Cheetos or chocolate.
or
just has
anything on your burger.
Or a foff, but
Okay.
Yeah, you're too good for a foff. For a fillet of fish.
we probably should.
You're way too good for a fillet of fish.
I am way over.
what it's right-
I
for
am
what it's
It's
way,
right.
God's gift to food
For what it's
from
right.
McDonald's.
I am
Ryan-
way bigger than a foff.
Well, you may be way bigger than enjoying your life then.
Ryan is too good. Me and you aren't, but he is
No,
too good
I
for
am-
the filet of fish.
Hey,
I'm not.
I am
but-
way above stooping to a fillet of fish from McDonald's.
Listen,
Foffington, buddy?
listen. You need a Foffington. No, Tebs. He
What'd he
said
say?
fillet of fish is, I can't say the word on here, but it may start with an A and end with S's. It's
This
not,
is-
Tebs.
this
It's
is-
not.
this
Fillet
is-
of fish is
tell me-
amazing.
This is
Tell
one of
me
those
you've never
things-
had a filet of fish
Without telling me
you've
that
never
you've
had a
had
filet of
filet of
fish.
fish.
Guys, they put bacon and cheese on this thing, and they called it
A
surf and turf.
buddy.
It's a surf and turf, buddy.
This is one of those.
You don't want a
instances-
double-decker Foffington?
This is one of those instances
Double-decker.
where the three of us, we have spent too much time talking to each other the last 6 months. We've really gotten to know each other, and I wish I knew them less. I wish I
Well,
knew.
no,
I wish I
here's-
didn't know this part of them.
I'm gonna let everybody in on like what happens.
You want to get some chicken nuggets. You want to get a Big Mac. You want to get a McGriddle from McDonald's. I'm all about it. I love McDonald's. You start bringing
Foff?
fillet of fish. To me?
It's amazing.
No.
And the best part is you never know how much tartar sauce you're gonna get.
Oh, you never
it's
know.
just like I may
Everybody,
get
everybody is so different from the other.
like the 1 o'clock quadrant may get all the tartar sauce, but the 3 o'clock or the noon or whatever midnight not getting anything. Here's the deal, and here's what happens for all the viewers at home. This is what happens during football season.
You
we
guys
hang
eat,
out
You guys
so
probably
much.
eat gas station sushi too.
No, oh god, no. Berkshire's, yes. Gas station, no.
Brookshire sushi is
Amazing.
flame-o.
This is what happens.
Not too good for the Berkshire's sushi, huh?
What if Berkshire's
Tell
had
the
a
story,
FOF?
Corey.
So here's
about
what
the FOF.
No, here's what happens. We spend a lot of time during football season together. What's going to happen is Ryan is about to go on his hiatus, and we will not see him outside of I'm just playing.
Come on, man.
You're not wrong.
Come on.
We don't see you.
We'll
Come
see.
on.
We'll see on
Except for
Wednesday
down and
night.
out. Yeah, we'll see you down and
Come
out.
on, man.
But it's such a drop off as soon as football season ends for the Wildcats.
I'm a football guy, all right? That's
and
what
we
can I say,
love
man.
you.
What can I
We
say?
love you. We love you a lot more.
Great.
What if
Baseball's
we-
great.
What if we traded 2 waffles for a FOF?
Oh, dude. What if we just did a FOF challenge?
We called
you
it
eat-
Deadliest Catch.
I like it. Can we do that?
If
The bucket of Deadliest Catch.
It's gonna it's gonna
if-
cost like the same thing. So
yeah.
if you can eat more than 4 FOFs in a sitting,
Dude.
dude, we could tear up some FOFs.
Oh, listen to me. I would eat 10 FOFs.
it would kill Tyler.
Feel
It'd
nothing.
kill you.
it probably would kill me.
The genetic makeup of a FOF would kill you. Four of them? I think 6 to take down Corey.
No, buddy. I'm easily 8.
They're really good. I don't care what anyone
They're
says.
so good.
I think maybe we
What
need to have a
happens-
food segment on the show.
What happens is it sounds gross. Of course, it
Yes.
sounds gross. But then you have it, and you're like, "Oh my god, this is amazing."
And you're like, oh man, this tartar really is hitting the spot.
But the thing is, with the tartar, you never know where it's going to be.
That's what I'm
It-
saying.
Literally, it's the one food on earth that every bite tastes different.
It's
you have no idea,
It's a flavor adventure for
especially
your mouth.
if you eat it in the dark. Like,
Yes. On a way home from a game.
oh, you can't beat it, dude. Tell them what you got the
This-
other night. Tell them what you got.
After Dallas Carter.
So we're driving
Going
home.
Okay.
We're sitting in the drive-through at McDonald's. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna get a FOF. I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, we didn't end up getting. You did get a FOF.
No, I said I wasn't. And then we got up to the window, and the FOF gods were taking over. And I was like, you know what? I'm doing it.
So
yeah,
you-
but that's
no,
not the
I
worst
got
part.
a fillet of fish.
No, wait.
Fries and a caramel frap.
He got he got a filet of fish and a caramel frap.
And Chad called us. Like he was like, "That sounds like spaghetti with what was it? Spaghetti
Sam,
with
and
like,
that's like
What's a
any,
spaghetti with milk? Maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
Is that like dipping your pizza in mustard and having grapes with it? Or
You don't do
that's-
that. You don't do that,
It-
bro. The FOF hit though. Vibes were like low.
Dang, I'm
Bite of that FOF.
Oh, the vibes were right back up.
I'm pissed with Austin.
Bam.
Man. I really
Yeah.
am.
Bam.
I'm pissed.
No more fraps and FOFs for
Yeah,
us.
that
No,
was
man.
that was
I don't get
tough,
to hear
man.
Chloe complain about being starving, and then we pull up to
Dude.
McDonald's.
Doesn't-
I'm not hungry.
We
One person
so
who doesn't get
won't
food.
do it.
we get back in the car and she's like, I'm cold. I'm so cold. I looked at my watch. I'm like, cold. It was 60 degrees.
Dude, she was trying to. She was like, "No, it's freezing." And
No, but you're missing the best part. We're all like, man, it's been a long night.
oh
Like,
no, we're talking about this past week.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
The story you're
this
telling
is another
is
one.
yeah.
Chloe.
So tell this story. So
I'm saying, yeah. So we're going home from Liberty Island. It's late. We're all tired, man. I don't really want to eat. We're good. We'll go home.
Fine,
We need to
whatever.
we need to stop to go to the bathroom. Okay. It's a gas station with McDonald's. Oh man, let's all get McDonald's. Chloe's dying of hunger apparently.
Yeah, she was the one. She got so mad when we were like, "Oh, we don't have to stop anywhere. Let's just go home."
She
She's
said,
like, "We're not stopping to eat." She got so mad.
Nah, I don't,
So we
I don't,
do-
I'm not eating McDonald's.
So we do stop at McDonald's,
Not
and
doing
she's
it.
the one person who doesn't get out of the car.
I'm not doing it. I won't
She
do
was
it.
pissed.
She was standing on business.
this one
Came back
was
to a vehicle that was 1,000
just
degrees.
the heat was on. Just
Yeah, this
you
past
know.
week she was like, "It's
she's like,
so
I'm
cold, I was
so
shivering."
cold. I
No,
said,
she's like, "I can't bend my hands."
yeah. I said, Chloe.
She is our favorite on-field camera woman.
It was like
though.
59.
Yeah.
I told Chloe, I was like, there's no way it was colder than what I had to do last year.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
friggin' 40-mile-an-hour winds, -20 wind chill.
Anyway, y'all send us next week what fast food menu item you want us to talk about, we'll break it down.
what's your weirdest fast food order? Like
I
send
guess the
that.
Pfaff.
No,
Ooh,
I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah, yeah.
I'm saying send something very very particular that you like.
Something to make me
food-wise.
feel better about myself.
I got the today before the show. I got T-brand tacos from DQ with the order Felitos.
Those are always good.
Put those on there.
Yeah.
Also, when I worked at Sonic, I used to do a couple things. I would do the breakfast burrito, but instead of tater tots, I'd do cheddar peppers in there. Pretty solid. Then I would do what's called a Cocacino or a black Coke, which is a Coke with espresso.
I think this episode's over for me.
Thank y'all for hanging out with
Amazing
us.
stuff, buddy.
We'll maybe be back next week. Who knows?
We'll see.
Follow the social medias Down and Out 903 to
Go
find out
Cowboys.
whether or not we are. On behalf of Ryan Humphreys, Corey Hankins, I'm Tyler Lennon. Love y'all.
Plain Pat, what up?